Hello, this is Jared playing Oxygen Not Included, and I'm about to start a very difficult challenge. First of all, let me bring up the asteroid we're going to be looking at. We're going to go to the Frosty Planet pack. And inside there, I have set the game settings to the maximum, including ravenous dupes. But this is just half the fun. So we've got outbreak prone, we've got frankly depressing, and ravenous means they eat twice the amount of food, but we're going to up that even more. So the asteroid that we're going to is a really cold frozen core, large glaciers, though it is geoactive, so we should get lots of resources from that if we can survive to further past the early game stage. The specialty of this, or the second half of this, comes with dupe selection because there are special rules. For this, we've got the Greek gods that are going to be playing. They have a lot of strength, but they're mouth breathers, and they've got bottomless stomachs. So the effective food that every dupe can eat consumes calorie-wise is 2.5, not just 2. But they also consume twice the amount of oxygen. Can I survive under these kind of conditions? I actually don't know, but I'm going to try. I'm going to load our special duplicates that we're going to be starting with. First of all, we've got Ares here. And again, everyone, not just these guys, but any other duplicate I'm going to print is going to have the godly traits of consuming more oxygen than everyone else, consuming more food, and being more biohazardous. They have different interests, and their interests are tilted towards one direction. We've got Ares, which primarily is interested and skilled at digging. We've got Zeus, the creator of all things, with their plus 12 to construction. They're also handy. And Hermes, the god of messengers, carrying stuff around. I've given them strength and buff. So these are 3 good dupes that should be set up, or good for setting up a base. Surviving though, we'll see how this goes. There's a good chance I'm going to be reloading as I learn and tweak things out. There's also a good chance that I might have to change the different gods or skills that I have to start with. Oh, hold on, I'm just going to name this Frosty Acropolis, and we'll get going. There we are. Let's go have a look at this journey. First thing I'm going to do is save, because I have to be very careful with what I want to do in order to actually make it through this thing, if I am going to make it through this thing. But what I want to start with is making sure everyone gets New Hope right from the beginning, including Hermes, which has it now. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. Let's make a few adjustments. Turn off disinfect. I don't think we've got time for that. I'm going to set up maybe at least one more schedule. Oh, adjustment here. We're going to take that off. We'll work towards that and create a second schedule here for later on. And I will just write over this, so if I have to come back to this point, this is what we'll have. Alright, so here's what I want to get for the first step. I want someone to get access to this coat rack. I don't want to be using that, so we're going to disable that. And I want someone to be able to unlock this research so we can build our own wood heater. So we've got to have one team going this way, and then another team going down this direction. I'm going to direct them, their priority, to go down like this and to the left. But if they've got any spare time, we'll go in this direction and I'll set up the base. There's a couple different plans for that. So the moment that I get one of these guys with a coat, and we've got the research ability and can make our own wood heater, I'll do another save just in case I want to change the shape of the base. Zeus is looking at the research portal. Anyone else is down here getting towards the coat rack. Alright, so we've got this. And I'm going to give the coat to Ares. Since they're doing a lot of the digging, they'll probably be furthest away than anyone else from the base and wood heaters. And now that I can make my own wood heater, let's place that right there. And this is the point, just close all this. Just in case I want to change, my thinking is this. I see a lot of oxylite around here. I normally build a base right, either left or right, the Frosty or the printing pod. But I'm going to do this a little bit differently because I don't have the luxury of let's just give Ares a second to put this on. And then I will do a save. I'll call this one setup base. Alright. So I'm actually going one level higher than this floor just to make it easy to put some snow tiles on. I'm going to decide, let's see, I'm going to put a ladder system going up right there. I'm going to save spot for 2 research stations, 1 to a door. I'm going to make sure that we can get both a barracks and a latrine. Standard setup for cycle 1. I'm going to save a spot at the entrance here for electrolyzers because these guys consume lots of oxygen. They are not normal dupes. So we have twice the amount of oxygen being consumed, 2.5 times the amount of food. So we have to be very careful with what we do in what order. It's just going to make a priority of getting across here. But let's set up 3 cots for them. We should at least be able to do that much. 2 and 3. Let's put a heater in between. Next, I'm going to get a latrine together. So that's going to have, I'll put 3 outhouses. If we can get all this made, it'll be a good start. Though there's going to be lots more to do than just this if we're to survive. So right now I believe they're going to be consuming 7,500 calories per cycle. Fun. Some of these doors that can be open might as well. Let's concentrate on the wood heater first. Yes, let's get warm because we've got lots to do. Let's look at our schedule. I think we've got time to finish all this. I'm going to take a moment. Let's play to everyone's strength. Since we've got really good strengths of digging, building, and supplying. And take a moment now to actually scratch off certain things I don't want anyone to do unless they're specializing in it. Such as cooking and research. Scratch, scratch. And that. Okay. We need some outhouses. We should have some dirt in the area. We also have everyone that is biohazardous, so I'll add in a second wash basin. I do not want these to be left unattended to, so I'm going to make them priority 6. And we'll start exploring. Going down. Gotta get a research station. I want to have a laboratory. I'm gonna make 2 of these. Don't normally do that. But it makes it such that when someone's doing research, the dirt can be loaded in the other one. Back and forth. Can we make that low? We need a little bit more metal. We'll wait till we explore a bit more. Let's go down. Start to get a ladder going up. So we're gonna have to very much watch the calories every cycle. Hold on, where is oh, Aries. Aries, really. Well, I guess Aries is sleeping on the floor. That's not gonna be a great start. They have New Hope, so I think that shouldn't we should be okay, but we have to avoid that situation. Speed things up while everyone's sleeping. You're gonna test out the outhouses. Aries has to dig a path. They're good at that. Let me just set the direction here. I don't want to have a spot where the latrine is inaccessible, so let's put that there. So what I am going to do is set up a kitchen area. That's going to be essential, because not only am I going for just survival with these terrible traits, but they're going for the locavore achievement, and eventually, if we can get that, the carnivore achievement. So we're not going to get to farming until we eat 400,000 calories. Extra fun. Okay, so let's put in some doors towards our laboratory. A door in the back. This is going to be our kitchen area, which is going to be very important. Initially, I'm going to be trying to sneak out some food with buried objects. Let's make sure no one's stuck down here. Everyone's getting warmed up. The door doesn't have to be shut. So we've got a wood heater here for doing research. I'm also going to get one in the kitchen. It's going to be important. We want that to be efficient as possible. Just need that back door to have a laboratory. I'm going to do power production down here. And we gotta always be at this point. Until the kitchen is online, I have to really be on the hunt for buried objects, shareberry that may be around. The other thing is I'm gonna have electrolyzers running to deal with the fact that these guys consume so much oxygen. Oh, let's actually open that up. I want to get one of the other gods joining us soon is available. So we'll make a cot for them. Let's see, that's going to be in 1 cycle from now. And let's explore down further. So there are lots of buried objects we're going to need to find. And let's put in our power projection. Do that right here. So we've got another cot available, Aries. Hopefully we'll be able to find their cot this time through. Got some snow falling down. Alright, I'm going to save room for some manual generators. Connected to some batteries. And let's give the research stations access to some power. Over here, eventually, it's going to be a supercomputer, so we'll just get rid of the wood pile. So we're keeping the wood. Thinking over here is going to be the Great Hall, so we'll make lots of food here, and we'll consume it over here once we've got the ability to do that. I'm going to start ordering Aries to go towards finding some buried objects in Sheerberry, so we can survive without a kitchen for the time being. Kitchen's going to start with 2 ice liquefiers, storage of dirt, so we can make mush bars. Throwing in some ladders so we go down like that. Let's add some ladders to go up. Lots of dirt up here, so that's going to be necessary once we get the kitchen running. So I'm going to do 4 of these. We'll only have 2 running at a time, but while 2 is running, the other 2 can do some loading material, so we can keep them going and going, because we will need that if we're to both survive and get the locavore achievement. .4 cycles until the next god arrives. This is someone that is going to be very good at research. We'll just put in the wood heater right here. Also going to carve out this spot. This is where we're going to be dumping water, so we can run electrolyzers. So continuing to watch, we've got 20,000 calories, just 19,000 really. Oxygen is good, lots of oxyolite, but that's going to be used up much faster, given the fact that they're breathing for 6 right now. And eventually going to be breathing for 8 once I print this next duplicate. Some buried objects here. Get a little pass so the sheerberry that falls down can be reached. Down to 10,000 calories after some munching away. Okay, this is going to be storing dirt. The other thing I'm going to have to look at is a little bit of igneous rock, just to build a few things from. Okay, let's get the next god, which is going to expand the amount of breathing and food consumption, but if we do this right, let's see. We're going to be taking in Athena. Fine there, and we'll apply the godly traits of breathing more, consuming more, and biohazardous. their interest primarily is on researching. So we haven't done any research yet. Well, that will change now. Give them building and athletics. Turn everything down. And focus them on one particular thing. Researching. And I will give them a single. I can have a single positive trait for each of the gods. And I think it would make sense. Quick learner. And this is Athena, god of wisdom. All right, double check that we've got that set. Science, quick learner, their traits. Okay. So now the pressure is on even more. Oh, let's make some manual generators down here. Boom and boom. We're going to have 2. We want to keep these guys operating once we get to this phase. Priority-wise, let's make sure Athena is told that they actually can and prefer to do research. And let's put them in the schedule. Maybe right here. We'll put Athena over there. Take advantage of the fact that they've just arrived. We should have lots of energy to get a few research projects maybe started once we get this manual generator together. Reading Lockhead Blackbird. It is 4:34 in the morning. Well, good early morning to you. Alright, let's clear out this spot. Oh, didn't mean both those. Okay, so the research project we'll start with. Get a supercomputer. And then once we've got that, we'll do everything we can to get oxygen production online. Because we are going to need that much faster than I normally do, given the fact that they're all mouth breathers. I'm going to carve out this spot here for that. And what I'm hoping, it may not happen, but what I'm hoping is going to happen is that we can get food, or we can get the oxygen system running before I need to turn the kitchen on, because this is going to consume lots of power. And we'll have problems for a little while producing or building anything. So Athena, we need to get our research project made first. Let's double check that we actually have all our correct rooms. Looks like we do, including the laboratory. We need to get, and it should be well lit workspace, yep. Thanks to the wood heater. We'll have the same thing in the kitchen. A little shareberry that we can get. This is nice. Athena can go back and forth between the research stations as they're being loaded with dirt. Eventually we're going to have 4, or rather, we have 4 now. We'll have 5, and even 6, I'm thinking. Maybe this is the wrong strategy. I don't think so. I think we can maintain up to 8. Okay, let's see. I want to get airflow tiles just before I do the air system. I think that's going to be important. Needing lots of dirt, so I'll start cutting this up. Eventually, with all these electrolyzers running and the fact that they breathe a lot of oxygen, that is going to give us lots of hydrogen. And that is, if I can do this right, we can switch to burning hydrogen rather than running these. So hopefully these are going to be running for a very short period of time. If this goes well. I also don't want to go up too quick because we don't have the labor to explore this place out and deal with hydrogen and all the other things we need to build. Dean, how are you doing? Progressing. So I think we're going to put the first electrolyzer right there. Just want to put it on some airflow tiles. We'll start carving out a second barracks so we can continue to expand. Also worried that we're going to lose our barracks here. So everyone sleeps just a little bit better inside of barracks. So we'll make sure we put a ceiling there together so we don't lose that. Okay, Athena, now we can start constructing our water drop-off spot, because I want to store water on airflow tiles. But we need the actual electrolyzer research, so we'll start that. So I am going to have the first electrolyzer sit right there. Have a door system, then liquid reservoir. Let's open this, cut this up. I don't want any cold stuff falling on top of this. So actually maybe what I'll do is this. Athena's resting. Let's go in towards this so we get our barracks ceiling together. If I do that, we'll get a shearberry falling down. 17,000 calories. How's the oxygen? We should be good, because there's still oxylite around. But we're going to be consuming it pretty quickly. Okay, so with 4 of these gods, I'm going to put in at least a spot for 2 more. Make sure that they're able to stay warm once they arrive. Alright, let's see. I'm going to have the electrolyzer here, a door to control access, and then this is the actual location where we're going to store water. I don't want any cold stuff falling down on it, so I'm going to wait. Oh, supercomputer, supercomputer. We're going to need that soon. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Might as well give Athena extra skill. That way they can do that a little bit quicker. Let's just open this up a little bit so we can get carbon dioxide flowing down. I'm actually not sure in this mode whether they produce more carbon dioxide or the same because they breathe more. But anyway. Tina just working on the last little bit for electrolyzer. The other thing is I'm really wanting insulated pipes before I actually have to have the electrolyzer running. Oh, let's continue on getting a ladder system down here. And I think that's where we're going to stop at the top. We're going to put a pump there for hydrogen. Okay. So with that, there's just one more thing I want to get. The insulated pipes and, well, the liquid reservoir, so improved plumbing. Athena is back on it. How long till the next god arrives? 1.5 cycles. That is going to be someone that can work in the kitchen. Someone that can cook really well. Progressing ourselves towards the locavore achievement and continuing to be able to survive. Because, well, we need lots of food. Just going to keep looking for a few buried objects. Because I don't want to have to run the kitchen just yet. What I might do, I might sneak in here. And I'll seal it up before we're producing too much hydrogen. Just to take advantage of the buried objects situation. Okay, so there's that. Down here, that's where we're going to store water. Should be able to build our pump now. We found that igneous... Oh no, we didn't get the igneous rock. There's a piece right there and there. And just so we can get that share berry, put a snow tile right there. Actually, no, right there. Interesting. Okay, so that's a spot where we're gonna get some water in. Hermes delivering some wood. Their specialty is strength, or carrying stuff around anyway. Lockheed says, look, so you do not use wood for ladders. I assume it's good as long as you eventually replace it. Because you'd get the wood back later. But I'll have to remember to do that once my wood is short. Then I'll have to start making them say, replace that with granite. But I don't think I want to go too much farther than this. Until I get the locavore achievement and maybe start going further out. But yeah, I certainly don't want to go too crazy with that. There's two buried objects there. Might as well grab that. Skill time. Hermes carrying. So there's going to be lots of material that needs to be moved around just yet. Oh yeah, and the oh no, we're still waiting for the liquid reservoir storage, aren't we? And insulated pipes, and I want a good amount of igneous rock. So I suspect that Ares is going to get the ability to dig through granite soon. I see a bunch of granite or igneous rock here, so let's go towards that direction. And put that in just so that we don't lose our latrine status. 15,000 calories. Eek. 0.6 cycles until I can get... I'm not forcing myself to take one of the gods when it's available, but I have to decide when it makes sense. Can we operate the kitchen? I don't have the oxygen system set yet. Athena's still doing the last little bit of research. Oh, you know what? I can make the electrolyzer itself, though. So that's the first place that oxygen will be produced. Another skill. Aries, ability to dig through granite. We give out their little hats to make it obvious who's doing what type of thing. Zeus, we're still waiting for an upgrade for you. $11,000 calories. Oof. Just a touch more research. Need it. Enough. You could do that for us. Okay. Fantastic. So this gives us a couple things. If I can get this built before the kitchen runs, that would be really nice. Okay, so I want a path from here. I don't know. Probably don't have enough igneous yet. Oh. Okay, we're short by one. But it won't take a long to Aries. Get some more igneous rack. There we are. Just like that. And with all of this in place, we should be producing our own oxygen. Oh, no, wait. One final thing. We need a place to actually dump water. And I'm just going to put this like that. We'll switch to making some granite ladders. Up here. Let's just go up. Take advantage of some material while allowing myself to go in this zone. Take that out. Look for some buried objects there. Research-wise, okay. Here's the question. Once I produce my own oxygen and I run the kitchen, I'm thinking the next priority is this here, getting a hydrogen generator, because we're going to consume so much power. These guys are going to get more stressed out than normal, so me having a place to eat is probably going to be necessary, but I'm more concerned about the labor shortage. We are not getting into automation. I would love that, but we're going to have huge issues if we don't attend to the kitchen. Okay, Zeus, let's put you in construction, building the world out. Here's a nice little spot with some buried objects. If I can keep cranking food out from buried objects, we don't need to run the kitchen. You know, some buried objects right down there. This area is rich with all this. Okay, that sounds like decision time. 16,000 calories. Do I do it? Are we ready for yet more oxygen and food consumption? Alright, let me check. Who was I bringing in next? Hestia. We will choose you to play Hestia for us. Hestia is the god of the hearth or home. Thinking that makes sense for cooking, right? Sort of farming. Oh no, let's do their Specialty traits. So everyone is going to have to take these terrible traits of consuming more oxygen and food and biohazardous. But Hestia is going to specialize in kit and cooking. And hopefully this is what's going to allow us to survive food-wise and get the locavore achievement. We'll say supply. It's not supply. Say supply. And we're going to really... And this is going to be important. In particular, someone that can cook really quickly to keep up with the amount of calories that we're going to need to generate. And this is a plus and minus gourmet. So... plus the 3 to cuisine, but they do have a -1 to food morale. So we'll have to be aware of that. Hestia. All your traits are there. Then there was 5. 5 of these guys that eat twice, no, 2.5 times the amount of calories. And this is what I was hoping for, getting this set up before the kitchen needs to be turned on, because lots of time is going to be wasted there in manual generator. Let's also get this built. If I can get some granite in the area, that might make it a little bit easier. How difficult would it be to get up to that shareberry? I think we can do that. And plug that pump in. This is what's going to save us from too much manual work, not being able to advance. Oxygen-wise, we're still okay, but the oxylight's getting thinner. Don't like the look at that. And if we get a path in here, see a shareberry. If I just put that there, that'll give us the ability to go into this zone. There's a little piece of food. But not let hydrogen escape up that way. Same thing maybe over here. Tina progressing with our research. 14,000 calories. Okay, here's the other question. When do I turn the kitchen on? Feel like pretty soon. Okay, and before I forget, a couple things. First of all, I didn't put Hestia in a schedule. Let's put Hestia there. And let's add a 3rd schedule. How about we take Hermes down? Just to put everyone in groups of 2. Okay, that's that. Priority-wise. Hestia. Yeah. I'll be wondering why they weren't cooking if I didn't do that. And I might as well give them their skills so when they do start getting producing food, they'll have that. I'm also going to change Hermes priority to focus on storing. So I don't want the kitchen to run until there's lots of dirt. There's lots of water ready, but there isn't much dirt yet. And that could be an issue. Hold on. What is going on with this? Oh, I think we just need this made. This is a Blackbird, the chill stream. Cheers. Chill right now, but let's see what happens when the pressure goes up. Hold on, Zeus, what are you doing? You're fine. Okay. All right. So if I want to take advantage of this hydrogen that's going to be generated, let's send this towards the power plant. And this can't actually run unless we dump water in. Let's make that a 7. Enable auto bottle. There's water going in. And our first bit of oxygen that we're producing. As well as hydrogen. Let's aim to get that door shut off. So we can direct hydrogen to go towards here. Actually, this might be a bit of an issue because if we let oxygen down, that'll go into the pump. Maybe I should just made this new tiles. Still can't get up here. What's... Oh yeah, we're just waiting for that. Calories. I think this is the moment that we've got to turn this on, which changes things for a bit. So yeah, we're able to produce oxygen. That was my minimum requirement. We don't have... I wasn't expecting to get all the hydrogen generator infrastructure. So let's focus on food production. Hold on, what happened there? Spare forever on all 4 of those, and anything that is food related or oxygen related, that's going to be a 7. The highest priority food production, including power, will be a 6. Oh, Hermes still has to do this. I'm gonna take Hermes to focus just on storing. Hermes, get warmed up and start grabbing dirt. See a critter there that's stuck, but I don't want to block Hermes from being able to get back. So Hestia providing some water. Since you're back, Hermes, let's get someone to save that critter. And also, let's change the priorities to operating to go up at the same level as their specialty interest. Just that, because, hold on, operating, that one does power, right? Yep. So we don't, oh, and we also don't want Hestia to produce power. So I don't want them to get trapped here when they really need to be in the kitchen. So mush bar 8,000 calories. Zeus and Ares making some power. So this area is blocked off. It's good, so we'll see some hydrogen start to accumulate in time. So we can reduce this from happening. People spinning on the manual generator. because everyone breathes so much oxygen, I think I want to start expanding early on electrolyzers. I don't think one is going to be enough. Especially if we get even more, and I suspect I want at least one more. I'm even thinking of being crazy and going up to 8 and stopping there for a bit until, at least until we get the locavore. But there's a chance that the right number might be 6 or 7. But we'll see. It basically all comes down to how much food I can crank out in time for how many. What's the maximum limit? I want to get the most amount of these gods here setting up this world and this asteroid early on as I can. But not so much so that we can't feed them. Okay, so we're enhancing our oxygen production. Our pipes are all insulated. Unfortunately, lots of time's being wasted here. Tina's working to solve this issue. Ha ha. Okay, so that is the hydrogen generator. That's going to help immensely. Is there anything else? If morale is going to be a concern, I probably want the mess table. How is stress? 5%? I'm thinking we want to get ahead on that. Let's give a fancy place to be able to eat at. Though this does mean we're going to be consuming power for the kitchen and research. But we don't want people to get stressed out. Or the gods, I should say. So we have dirt in here. I'm going to turn... Yeah, let's get Hermes to get together a little bit more. So that's going to be super critical. Taking out dirt. Getting in the infrastructure to make our own power. Rather than having to run in circles like this. Bar. No real stock. Low oxygen. Ooh, whoa, okay. Let's put an airflow tile right there. I think we should focus getting our second electrolyzer together, or we could have issues breathing. Nobody wants that. So I notice the moment the kitchen goes on, the labor goes down. Things stop being built so quickly. What are we out of here? Water. Oh. Yeah, should make those. They're part of the food production chain. And water. They're definitely need to be at least a 6. And I'm also going to change Hermes. That's enough focusing on gathering dirt. Can go back to supply. Your special skill. So we've got 5. The maximum I'm going to take on is 8, so we'll expand that barracks. We shouldn't need a third barracks until much further down the line. I just don't know. Do I go for 6, 7, or 8? I'll see it as we start producing food. If we've got a surplus, it's going to be a sign that I can expand. Hestia's not looking that well. That may cause some problems in the kitchen. Water being taken. Let's put that in there. There we go. Make sure that Hestia is able to breathe well. We'll want to put in that airflow tile. Some hydrogen accumulating. We can get that running. This is really going to save us. We don't actually have a whole lot to be built for that, except we don't have enough hydrogen really at the moment, but that should not take long because these guys are breathing lots of oxygen. Okay, research. So I just got the ability to do mess halls. We'll do this just so that we can make it a great hall easily. 12% stress. Hestia is more, has higher expectation around food. That might be what is going on. So let's set up a place for the gods to be able to eat at. And in particular, we'll make sure Hestia is able to eat here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe 8, maybe not, I'm not sure yet. And I'm going to put a floating water cooler. Get that out of granite right there. The only thing is, I want the hydrogen generator made first. Well, depends on when we get enough hydrogen in there. We've got half a cycle to the next god. This is going to be someone else that is also good at cooking. I'm thinking Dionysus, the god of wine, related to food, right? Makes sense. Starvation, oh my goodness, oxygen. Got lots of water, how about we cool that off for now. So if we can get the Great Hall built, and we can, that's going to help with stress. And if we can get this hydrogen generator built with the hydrogen accumulating, that's going to take advantage or solve the labor issue we're having. I haven't really seen anyone in the kitchen. Where are you, Hestia? Oh, Hestia's going up to grab food. Okay, that's fine. I might block these areas off now. This one technically no one can get to anyway, but anyway. We'll do that just so we can get hydrogen staying on this side. How much calories is in that 800? They eat 2,500. Also don't want them wasting time going to collect food from far away anyway. Hestia, you gotta get warmed up and get back to the kitchen. Oof. Okay, that is another good reason to bring in at least one more god that can cook, because someone is sick and not working that well in the kitchen. We need a backup. Okay, that is research on being able to complete the Great Hall. If I cool off research, I can wait until we've got hydrogen so I don't have to get a manual generator, but is there anything else that might fire pole's the only maybe, because I'll get the efficiency, but it's going to take a while to create it. I'm going to say no. How about we get Athena and everyone else to concentrate on getting this created, and then once I'm able to burn hydrogen, I'll go back to research. Maybe that'll be a smart thing to do. And I gave them 2 projects too, which I don't like doing. They've got the mess hall, or Great Hall, and hydrogen. So I'm going to kind of instruct them to do hydrogen first. Make sure that's been plugged. Oh, it's not. Okay. do that as well. Okay, wow. We are really low in calories, but I also need someone that can cook in addition to Hestia. Let me just copy this one in so I don't spell it wrong. Dionysus. Who was I going to have for that? Bert, apparently. Make sure to give you your name, Dionysus. Let's make sure that you breathe just as much as the rest of the guy. Oh, no, that didn't work. Oh, yeah, it did. Mouth breather, biohazardous. I get to choose one and only one skill. This will be the same. We really need someone that can cook well. And I have to, it's a requirement of choosing 3 of these things. Otherwise, I get really strong cook. That'd be awesome. But I'm not allowing myself to do that. So every time I add one of these, the total number of points goes down. But that's still quite high. I think 13. Oh no, 12. Plus the garment plus 3. Alright, so that is Dionysus. They're going to help out in the kitchen. Please do. Schedule-wise. This is... really want to slice this up to take advantage of them because we're at calories right now. We can't afford Dionysus to be sleeping right now. So I want them to have a full cycle of or we can actually assign them to that. But also, 2 things. First of all, make sure they can cook as well as they can. Give them the grilling now. And make sure, otherwise this is completely pointless, making sure that they're told their thing is to cook. Zeus on power. Till they get too cold. Okay, nervous. Did I do something wrong? Or are we just squeaking by? That is the question. I think this was a good call, getting 2 gods right now in the kitchen. Are they? Whoa! Are they both working the same machine? Right? I don't know. That looked kind of strange. Oh, there's our hydrogen generator. And let's make sure there's a connection between this and our hydrogen line. Won't connect it just yet. Let's build this from the top down. Just that we don't have anyone having to go through large hydrogen areas. Whew. Food situation is grim. Could I have done anything differently? Or am I actually getting by? So at this point I'm thinking, no, I didn't actually, I don't have dedicated, I don't know when they're actually eating, because I don't have dedicated time for break. So normally at the end of the cycle, if you're at 0 calories, it's not a problem because everyone's just ate, assuming that's their schedule. Keep cranking out food. Oh, and then someone keep cranking out power. Now, the other thing, Dionysus is also going to be discouraged from producing power. Calories. Oh my goodness. If we can get this running and we can get lots of oxygen and hydrogen we will be able to get these guys off these machines. But regardless whether they're on the machine or not, this is the question. Am I getting enough calories from this? I can say a maybe. At this point, okay, we gotta watch over here too. We've got lots of water left. Let's click on this. It is nowhere close to freezing, so that's good. That's why I've got that sitting on airflow tiles. I would like to get back to some research as soon as this is together. I'm saying if you guys could just create that, you could really get off those wheels and do some more interesting things. No, I'm not going to construct anymore. Where are we stressed? 13%. It's Hestia. That's not happy. Not feeling well. Food doesn't taste as good as everyone else. I wonder if I'm going to regret that. The gourmet trait. There's a chance I might be rolling back at that point and saying, okay, give me someone that doesn't have that, but I think we're okay if I can just get this created. I feel like if I can get these guys off the manual generator, that's the key. Look at this. Look at this. 2 more pipes. Okay. Let's disable this. We'll let 1 run for now. Let me connect this. At least scoop up enough hydrogen. But I've got to watch to make sure that actually just hydrogen, not say oxygen, goes in this thing. It's going to be cut off. Okay, let's stop it. Do a cut. And just make sure it's just hydrogen. Yep, okay. So that should start accumulating down here. Now, I don't want to get too much, but I want you off that so you can do more interesting things, including getting a mess hall or eventually great. Aha! I didn't even have to tell Hestia to grab the table. They're not in a mess hall right now, but they will be. So that worked out. Don't want to waste the hydrogen. Because if I do, then people are going to have to get back on the wheel. And at this point, I should be able to research again. Okay, so what are my options? Ranching is too early yet. I need to concentrate on the locavore. Fire pole is what I was thinking originally. I think that might be it. Getting a fire pole would be a quick optimization to have. So Dina can work on that for us. Got enough water for now. We've got to think about as I expand. If I want 2 more potentially, I feel like we need another electrolyzer. We want to do this early rather than when oxygen's getting really thin. Stress-wise, it's just oh, Dionysus, yeah. Okay, I wonder if I'm going to regret that trait. Dionysus, the other table we got to get together. Okay, so we'll leave that available for up to 8 of the Olympian gods. Make sure we get a great haul in here. Oh, right. Okay, this is the thing. I've got to pay attention. Oh, hydrogen made its way back. That's annoying. That's because this guy was unplugged. Uh-huh. That's not cool. What if I trap that like that? There we go. Alright. I've got 2 batteries. I'd like to expand the number of batteries, but let's get the Great Hall together first. 3,000 calories. Mush bar, just over 1,000 or so. Not even enough for one of these gods. I consume 2,500 calories every quick cycle. Okay, now that I see that is up, let's choose through that pretty quickly. Would be nice to have a smart battery, but that's just not happening just yet. So I'll have to automate or watch over stuff until we get to that point. Wondering if I should have done this so I can turn that on and off. I don't even know if that would even do anything. I think this is what I want. Just to make sure all the hydrogen's queued up so we don't have to wait for it next time around. Alright, so here's our water cooler going in possibly. Oh, no, Zeus, come back later. So we're back on with one wheel. I think we can add, we've got more hydrogen since. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to connect this. I'm hoping this is always going to be stay lined up in the pipe now. Dina doing some research. Okay, let's not waste water in this. Diana says, hey, I don't even have to do this. They just know who to take the table. Alright, so we have a... No, not yet. This would just be a mess hall, if anything. Maybe it's... If it's... No, too big. But it's okay. We'll just get this together and we'll have a quick raid hall. Taking advantage of stress, at least that's the hope. Very much hope. Water's still... And actually, no, let's start adding a bit more. Oh no. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. How much is that going to cost me in time? Okay, first of all, there's a chance I might be rolling back to top of cycle 11, but we'll see. Once things like this can happen, it can really kill my efforts. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to isolate everything that's oxygen. Either that or vent it out. You know what? I think that's actually smarter rather than rebuilding it. Because if I rebuild this whole thing, it's going to be lots of labor. Versus if I vent it out. Like this. At least it won't take time from my dupes. So they can concentrate on more important things. like getting this great haul together. Let's look at oxygen. Now we got 3 electrolyzers running. Okay, so great haul's done. Good. What I'd like now is more batteries. So we don't have to turn this guy off and on as much, because I will not be able to keep up with that. Okay, so everything's being vented back out. Clearing out a lineup. And did I turn power off? Otherwise, yep. So we'll wait for hydrogen to get back up there. Fortunately, we are back in the business of being on the wheel. Hestia enjoying the Great Hall, along with Athena. Whoa. Okay, I have to think. What do I want to do next? I'm thinking the batteries. We're going to eventually get lots more hydrogen. We still have a power issue with the... We're just waiting for someone to turn that on. But if I get more batteries and we wait for more hydrogen, I think we'll be past this point. We just need to be a little bit more patient. Wait for that hydrogen. If we can get more batteries built by that point, that would be really good. And the question is, I've got 0.8 cycles. I think I'm going to stop it here for cycle 12. But I have to think, do I want to push it when I come back? Do I want to take on another Olympian god that could help us out? But on the downside, they're going to be breeding and consuming lots of food. Let's put a quick design here. I think I'm going to have a spot here for 2 transformers. I don't need them just yet. But then we'll put in our first few jumbo batteries, and I want a few. We'll start with 4. I could always add more later. That's just going to save me from having to turn this off and on as much. Water, let's say that's enough water. Okay, let's just have a quick health check. Athena, I'll give you your field research so you can do research even better. Let's check the food situation. 10,000 calories, 7,000 of which is mush bar. So the kitchen is running. There is both Hestia and Dionysus in the kitchen. They get their lit workspace. Good. Want to make sure they have that. We've got lots of dirt. I might actually have to do another transporting with Hermes, but we'll do that next time. Oxygen is seeming pretty good. Carbon dioxide doesn't seem to be an issue just yet. Research is ongoing. I've make sure I've upped. Yeah, I did. I've upped the priority of the outhouses so they stay unplugged. I do not want people getting sick. Oh, temperature. Let's check that. I haven't been looking at that. That's going to matter, especially around the electrolyzers. Anything that we made out of snow is going to melt. So we'll have to start planning out like tiles around here to be replaced, and snow. I don't want to see water, pools and that, so that's something to think about as we go. But the biggest thing on my mind tonight as I'm dreaming away is who or if I take on another Olympian god to up to 7 or maybe even 8. All right, well, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully let's just go to the start of cycle 12 and then I'll call it for the night. Dina waking up, Aries just going to bed. We are out of power. Do I have any more hydrogen? I do. Now here, this could be dangerous because we could be producing too much power. Oh, and this could also be pointless if, yeah, I'll make sure I do that disconnect and reconnect this. Otherwise, I'll be wondering why this isn't working next time. All right, and there it is. Well, hopefully I will see you next time and see if I can survive with everyone eating 2.5 times number of calories and twice the amount of oxygen. Until then,